One of the challenges with podcast collaborations is being organized and making sure that any conversations and opportunities I have to do a podcast interview actually ends up being a recorded interview that gets published. Right? That's the point of all of this thing. So what we did was we rebuilt and reimagined the inbox and this system we've built for you to just keep it organized with all your conversations and all your opportunities. So this is the new inbox. And you see at the top here, response rate. So that's how quickly you're replying, and that's public. Other people can see and view that. So you want to make sure that you're responding fast and to every single message that comes through, whether you're saying thanks, but no thanks, but you're moving it to the archived step, which I'll show you in a moment. This next stat is how many podcasts you've completed, and that shows up on your public profile. How many reviews you've received, how many conversations in progress. Now, all of these are authority signals that other users will look at to make a decision on whether they want to bring you onto their show, whether they want to do some kind of collaboration with you or not. Okay, so how does this system work? You can see all messages. You can look at just your unread messages, messages where it's your turn to reply, messages that have got to the completed stage, which is the recorded stage, messages that need your review, and then archived messages. So they're basically messages that have made it all the way through to the done stage. You don't need to be having them in your inbox any further. And this on the left-hand side kind of replicates the flow of all the stages you want to take every single message through. So you can see your active conversations, all the messages there. We want to move them through to a scheduled interview. So the time is booked in each other's calendars. We've completed the interview, so it's recorded. We need to give each other reviews, and then it's done. Let's move it to archive. And then we've completed the whole flow, and we've moved every single conversation through to a published interview, which is what we're doing this for in the first place, right? So, okay, great. Let's take a look at the first message in my inbox, for example. AI to the Sky podcast. You can see here that they're a podcast. They're awaiting my reply. They've been waiting 13 days. It's a bit too slow. This is their reply rate. This looks like the date that they actually sent me a message, and these are the number of messages that we've sent each other. A bit of a preview. Let's check out the conversation we've had. Okay, let's connect. We've matched, great, and they've sent through their calendar link for me to book and schedule the interview. So I'll click on that and I'll fill it out. I'll make sure that I agree with everything, and then I'll schedule a time for the interview. If I want to find out a little bit more about them, I can just click on the profile button here at the top left. If I click on that, the right-hand slides open, and we can read a little bit more about the actual podcast or the speaker, depending on who we're looking at, and get a quick overview by just clicking on that as well. And at the bottom, you can view their public profile, which I always like to do, and you can just read a little bit more about the user here. Okay, so let's say we scheduled a time with them on their calendar link. Now, I scheduled it for next week, and it was actually the 5th, so I'm just going to put that in. Time was actually 6 p.m. And Malta time. So I'm going to save that schedule. And it's important to do this inside the Talks system, so Talks can actually keep you organized. It can remind you, hey, your interview is coming up. We can help prepare you for that interview, and we can see how successful some of your conversations are getting through to that interview scheduled stage. And we can show that stat to other users, but also help other people, help you specifically to move people through each of the stages, because we can start seeing where you're stuck. So once you've got this time in, you can see it's scheduled here. We can see they've moved to this scheduled stage. The time is here, which is awesome. Now we can prompt you. We can even remind you that, hey, your interview is coming up. Once it's over, we'll check in with you and we'll say, hey, do you want to leave a review? So we can go here and leave a review for them. So where do I need to go with this? Leave a review. I can say, yep, I did this interview with this Podcast, Mum, Dad's got another tattoo, right? The Midlife Crisis podcast. I can give it a 5-star, or I can give it a 3-star, whatever I decide, and then I can leave some message for them, which will be public on their profile. And let's just give them some more details about, well, what actually worked really well, and the other users will be able to make a decision based on, the review that you've given them. Click on Submit Review, and then you've submitted the review. So this is your inbox. I think I've covered everything. Just make sure your response rate, podcast completed, the reviews, those are your authority signals. These are stats that will help you get more bookings, more speaking opportunities, more visibility, getting in front of other people's audiences. So make sure you're filling those out. And remember that flow. Just move every single one of your messages through from active to scheduled to completed, recorded interview. Leave a review for them and then archive it so that it's done. And this will just mean that you'll be more organized, there'll be less chaos, things will be a lot simpler. You'll get more opportunities because the system will learn that you're active, you're replying to conversations, you're moving them through to the stages, and you're actually booking interviews, right? We'd love your feedback on this. We want to make this whole system, the organization of things for you to get more guest appearances easier, simpler, faster. So let us know. Enjoy.